Welcome to Spotlight Sessions, where we shine a
What's
light
your
on
story?
incredible. What does accessibility mean to you?
What's your mission? Welcome all to accessiBe's Spotlight Sessions, where we shine a light on incredible individuals and organizations and the work that they do. I'm your host, Josh Basil. I'm a C4-5 quadriplegic, paralyzed below my shoulders, and a power wheelchair user. I'm a community relations manager at accessiBe and a passionate disability rights advocate and trial attorney focused on breaking down barriers to access and inclusion for people with disabilities. Today on accessiBe's Spotlight Sessions, we're joined by Dan Mancina, who is a popular blind skateboarder. Welcome, Dan.
Thanks, Josh. Stoked to be here.
I'm excited to have you on today's show, and let's just jump right into it. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your disability journey.
Yeah, I was born with a hereditary eye disease called retinitis pigmentosa. Just the deterioration of my vision throughout my life. So diagnosed 13. I wasn't really I considered myself blind until about my mid-20s. I grew up skateboarding, though, and just kind of, it was a couple of years of losing my sight and then being comfortable with myself as a blind person and actually starting to skateboard again and then doing all of that. But yeah, I'm stoked now. So,
what was it like to skateboard after kind of your vision was going?
Vision loss. It was a slow process of not really knowing if I could still get the same fulfillment out of it in the beginning, and then kind of doing small things and building myself up and being more confident with myself. And then, I wasn't really ever too nervous or scared to do it because I was always pretty comfortable on my board. So it was more just being comfortable with, myself, and then realizing that, being a skateboarder is kind of my identity, and I lost that with my vision too. So getting that back was really important to me, and a big step in feeling comfortable as a blind person and feeling like myself.
Nice. Was there a biggest moment, since becoming kind of a blind skateboarder, that you're just most proud of?
I'd say just, being able to do it as a career was a really big step. Being able to kind of, that was always the dream as a kid, was being able to skate for a living. So that was a really, really big step. Getting a couple big sponsors and contracts like that was, pretty mind blowing and surreal. And now I'm just trying to hang on to that for as long as I can.
I love it. And what does your day-to-day look like?
Day-to-day is pretty mellow. Being a skateboarder is a lot of free time, pretty boring most of the time, other than skating. Just wake up, skate for a good chunk of time. Been really into the sauna lately. I just moved into a new house that has a sauna, so get a sauna session in, and then that's pretty much it, really. I live on a lake too, so summer times are spent fishing, and when I have ice fishing.
That's very cool, and congratulations on the moves you're making. That's
Thanks.
Awesome. The new house, and so I know a lot of what you do is online, and you have a huge social media following, got a podcast, and you do a lot within the digital world. But I'm really curious do you feel like there's enough accommodations for blind people?
Enough? No. Everything's just kind of, subpar, enough to use the apps and do the kind of the basic things on them. Instagram's pretty good. Facebook is okay. TikTok is probably the worst as far as being able to use all of the details. And when you get into editing videos on there, there's only so many things that you can do compared to, the average sighted or able-bodied person. Yeah, so there's definitely more work that needs to be done. I think it's slowly getting there. Accessibility has kind of become a big thing, and I think companies are really starting to recognize that. But yeah, definitely needs some work.
And what do you love most about the internet?
Just meeting a bunch of people that I normally wouldn't be able to meet. So I've met so many blind skateboarders around the world, Australia, Spain, Japan, all these places where we can actually connect and chat and share our experiences and questions with each other and stuff like that. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
What
it's the
what
most
advice do you
positive.
give to up and coming skateboarders that have kind of been through your own journey or like something similar or have never skateboarded before and are blind?
Yeah, I mean, definitely don't be afraid to try it. I think you should definitely give everything a try and see if you like it. And if you love it, really it's just about just being in love with it and doing it for yourself and progressing yourself. Um, it's not about being sponsored or, winning contests and stuff like that. Skateboarding is really an individual thing and really about, expressing yourself and your creativity and doing it your own unique way. Um, that's kind of how you can shine as a skateboarder, really just being yourself and putting your own spin on it.
Is there a particular trick that you're most proud of that you were able to accomplish that you didn't know if it would be possible?
Everything, just being able to just kind of skate at the level I'm at. I'm stoked. I definitely have a lot farther to go. A lot of things I want to do. There's not one though. There's too many things.
Yeah.
Just being kind of where I'm at is definitely further than I thought I'd be able to get. So it's
Uh,
really cool.
the videos online are so cool. I'm in all
Thanks.
like,
Yeah.
I know I'm paralyzed below my shoulders, but I tried skateboarding a bunch as a kid before my
Uh
injury,
huh.
and I was awful. I was awful, and it's just. But I know for with anything, it takes a practice and confidence and
Yeah.
a willingness to try, which is
Yeah. It's
great.
a lot of hours you got to put in for sure. But when you love it, I mean, you could just do it all day as a kid. I miss the days skating from sun up to well past sundown.
Just being surrounded by friends and good
Yeah,
weather.
getting a good core group of friends was the best. And just sharing that together and filming videos and stuff was really the highlight of my childhood and teen years and stuff like that.
That's awesome. And when I'd love to know what does access mean to you?
Access, ooh, something that's can be used or enjoyed by any person, I guess, in a complete way. Not just partially. A lot of things as a blind person, like apps and stuff like that, or games. Only you can only use part of them. So something that can be universally um, used and enjoyed. I'd say that'd probably be the
I like that.
yeah,
I'm going to throw another one at you. What does inclusion mean to you?
inclusion. Um, hmm. Skateboarding is very inclusive. It doesn't matter, what gender or what race or religion or anything like that. If we all kind of accept each other, if we can recognize those who truly love it and are really down for it. Um, so an environment that you know doesn't judge you for what you are or who you are, maybe just for whether or not you want to be there. I guess
I love it. A welcoming environment.
you know.
And then what's one thing that kind of frustrates you the most about the internet?
Um, it's a grind. It's staying up on posting every day and stuff like that becomes a full-time job, really, just to stay relevant. So that's annoying. And then obviously the negativity on there, but a little bit easier for me to ignore that stuff. Yeah, I think people spend too much time, on their phones and stuff like that. If I had it my way, I wouldn't be on any of it, Just spend my time with friends and the people around you that kind of are most important. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, I think, yeah, the amount of time people kind of spend towards it is probably the most negative thing. I think there should be more of a balance.
I think balance is good in all aspects of life. If you do one thing too
Oh
much,
yeah,
it's taking you away from other things that
yeah,
build value and quality to your life. And I
yeah.
would also love your advice on, especially for businesses, like what advice would you give businesses wanting to become more accessible?
Um, I mean, there's all kinds of, as far as like web design, there's all kinds of companies out there that can help figure out, how to make your site or your e-store or anything like that accessible. So there's plenty of options out there for you. And just at least if you're having the thought about it, that's kind of the first step of, making it accessible. Because 10, 15 years ago, that wasn't even on anybody's mind as far as, blind people on the internet or people using software to navigate the website as opposed to just your eyes and hands and stuff like that. So yeah, just being aware of it is the most important thing, and then making the step towards making it accessible.
Doing something. I love
Yeah.
more and more businesses today are thinking about it or talking about it, and it's just a
Mm-hmm.
matter of then taking the leap and doing something. Which
Yeah. How do you navigate?
I use I have a quad stick, a controller that's for in front of my mouth. Basically,
Uh-huh.
it's made for gaming, but I'm able to move my mouse around. I have an on-screen keyboard, so I can do
Gotcha.
shortcuts and jump around a page with my uh, on my keyboard because I fatigue throughout the day.
Yeah.
I use voice dictation software for
Yeah.
typing, and then I also use reading software,
Do you
screen
use
reading
Dragon?
software. Yeah, I use Dragon for my voice
Dragon.
dictation.
Yeah. Um, so there's no specific joystick for quadriplegic. It's just a gaming thing that's kind of been used for that.
There's different ones. So like the one the one that I'm using is made for gaming, and my buddy
Okay.
Rocky No Hands is a professional gamer where he just destroys people with just his mouth, and it's so fun. Like
Yeah.
he's
That's cool.
sponsored. I watched a video of him doing like 9 kills in less than like 60 seconds. Like the guy's a
Yeah.
beast. And
Sweet.
he's actually up in Michigan by where you are. And
Oh, sick. Yeah. Rocky No Hands. Cool. Yeah.
Rocky No Hands, he's the man. I love
Cool.
that guy. And but yeah, there's different types of assistive technology that you can control with your mouth, you control with your eyes, you can
Yeah.
control with your teeth.
Uh,
I love technology from an independent
yeah.
standpoint.
Yeah.
It's
It's
exciting
it's
to see
made
where
our
it goes.
lives so much easier for sure, and opened a lot of doors and job opportunities and just to use the internet. Yeah. Everyone had full access to all the information in the world, and we were kind of left behind for a while. But yeah.
I just got this new piece of technology that I'm actually able to control my phone and my computer with my tongue. So it's like
Oh,
a
sweet.
retainer that goes on the top of my mouth, and I can use my tongue to like
Oh,
operate my
it's like
environments.
Bluetooth?
Yep.
Wow, that's wild.
Yeah, it's I'm excited about. I
That's cool.
love it all, and
Hmm.
I want to end and ask you the question: if you can pick one motto to live by, what would it be?
Keep pushing. That's kind of my thing. I have a nonprofit called Keep Pushing. So just keep moving in a forward direction. You're not going to end up where you thought you would, but you'll end up ahead for sure. So it's kind
Keep
of been my
pushing. That
thing.
I love that, and that works very well in the wheelchair user community. So,
Yeah,
uh, just
keep
Dan,
rolling. Yeah.
thank you for all that you do and all that and just being out there and just being a badass. I love it so much. But thank you for being here today on accessiBe's Spotlight Sessions.
Thanks, Josh. Thanks for my little insight in your world too. That's cool. I appreciate it.
And for all of our viewers, thank you so much for staying to the end. And remember to hit that subscribe button and follow us at accessiBe_community. Until next time, everyone, thank you for being on this journey with us. Take care.